Ever wondered what it'd be like to be a male concubine in the debauched world of the Roman Empire? Well, today we're diving into the scandalous lives of these companions, who were often more than just a passing fancy for some of the most powerful men in history. If you are ready to explore the hidden secrets behind the palace walls, stay tuned. Compared to modern times, marriages in ancient Rome had distinct differences. Instead of being based on love, they were more transactional in nature, and extramarital affairs were commonplace and expected among husbands, ranging from casual prostitution to more extended liaisons, often with other women or men. Romans did not classify people as homo, bi, or heterosexual. Instead, they focused on sex power. In heterosexual unions, the guy gave and the woman received, bolstering his authority over her. In a relationship between two males, one who was dominating and the other subservient. Pedestry, in which an adult male, the Aristes, and a teenage boy, the Euromenius, had sexual relations, was commonly accepted. Mentorship and sexual partnership were included. The ancient Romans saw the large age gap between the spouses as a rite of passage for young upper-class men to acquire access to connections beyond their families and be properly presented to the senatorial class. During the time when men were in power, it was not considered cheating to have both male and female lovers. This was because contraceptives did not exist, and childbirth was a leading cause of death for women. Therefore, it was deemed a form of birth control for a man to sleep with someone other than his wife or partner. In addition, it allowed men to enjoy themselves without risking their partner's life. In cases of homosexual relationships, the person in a higher position, such as the emperor, was expected to take on the dominant and masculine role. However, this was not always the case. Julius Caesar, for example, despite being the most powerful man in the world, preferred the submissive and more feminine role. This confused the Roman public, as they believed that the most powerful man should also have power in the bedroom. Emperor Hadrian was one of the emperors who only had male lovers. He ruled from 117 CE and had no interest in women, even though he was married to a woman for political reasons. Hadrian and his wife never had children together, and it's believed that they never consummated their marriage. Historians suggest this because of the number of lovers that both Hadrian and his wife had, and the attention he paid to his male partners, which he wrote many erotic poems about. Hadrian had many male companions in his life, but he had one lover who was exceptional, a beautiful teenager named Antonius. Hadrian ensured that Antonius received the proper education, and they traveled extensively together. Tragically, while in Egypt, Antonius drowned in the Nile under mysterious circumstances. In Antonio's memory, Hadrian founded a city and named it after his lover. He also took Antonius' mummified body back to Rome and had coins minted with the boy's face, defying him so that he would be worshipped as a god throughout the empire. Unlike Hadrian, most emperors found their lovers among palace slaves and treated them as such. Nero was no exception and had at least two male lovers who were slaves. However, Nero was peculiar in that he forced these men to participate in bizarre wedding ceremonies. In one instance, Nero took the role of the bride, while a free slave named Pythagoras played the groom. This confused the public, as Nero was the ruler and was supposed to play the masculine role. Nero went on to marry another slave boy named Sporus, fitting into the expected masculine role. However, his actions were much worse by modern standards, as he had the boy castrated to prove his masculinity. There are more examples of Nero's violence towards his lover and concubines, but history has presented him in an especially negative light, making it hard to separate fact from fiction. One historian claimed Nero and his mother were incestuous, Though untrue, this was often reported about him following his death. Emperor Tiberius mistreated the concubines, if you can call them that, the worst. He's a classic older man who slept with younger boys. Stop watching if child sex disturbs you. He's one of the empresses most sexually wicked because of his proximity to minors and his favorite activities with young lads. Tiberia lived on Mediterranean island villas. He brought young boys to the islands as home employees and sexual partners. His young concubines weren't just for sex. He made these boys do nasty things. He was worst at training young boys to swim between his legs while bathing. He then let them eat his genitals underwater. Worse, he would steal newborn babies from their mothers and hold them to his aroused crotch to stimulate breastfeeding. In addition to those terrible things, Tiberius forced the young kids to sleep with him and others, any number of groups, while he watched to prepare for the same. As emperor male lover's life was hard, visiting the world's most powerful people and staying in their luxurious apartments were advantages. Cons far outnumbered pros. Well, there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the opulent halls of ancient Rome, unveiling the wild, bizarre, and sometimes disturbing lives of male concubines in the Roman Empire. If you found this journey into the past as fascinating as we did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more incredible content like this. Thanks for watching.